Hi guys, Coach Tim here. I hope you had a chance during the week to work on the volleys and the overheads that we demonstrated last week. This week we're going to add in the approach shot. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we go over the details, I'm just going to have Dylan demonstrate the drill, which is an approach shot followed by 2 closing volleys. Go ahead, D. Very good. Then he'll do his ritual on the way back. And the next time through, he'll start with a backhand double front step. Notice the back knee on the ground for every volley, and then straight into his ritual. Okay, before I have Dylan demonstrate it again, I just want to go over the forehand double front step because that's the part that we're adding in this week. It's very similar to a closed stance forehand, but instead of pivoting the leg around when you step forward, you're actually going to hop onto the front foot and leave your back leg back. I'm going to have D do it pretty slow. So you're going to split and run onto the ball, and you're going to step the foot forward like that, and then hop, and you'll notice he leaves his back leg back until he takes his next step coming forward. Okay, let's go back into a slow version of the backhand as well. Very similar to a closed stance. You split, you step your leg out there, and then you're going to hop as you go forward and leave the back leg back, and then progress forward again. So I'll go have D demonstrate the drill again. Okay, when you're ready, mate. There's a double front step, split, back knee on the ground, and he's straight into his ritual again. And then he'll do the same thing starting with the backhand. Very good. Okay, so that was your the forehand and the backhand double front step, which you'll be using most of the time when you're transitioning into net. Now we're going to go over some advanced ones, which is the open stance forehand approach, and then the karaoke step for the slice backhand. Starting with the open stance forehand approach, this is when basically someone's angled you off, but they've dropped the ball a little bit short, and you're just going to get the leg around the outside and try and take over the net, and pretty much you'll hit this ball down the line most of the time because it's coming off a cross-court shot. So I'm going to have D just demonstrate it very slowly. He's going to take a couple steps, get his leg around the outside of the ball, and then he's going to hop onto his outside foot and then transfer back to the inside. Okay, we'll try that one again. It's a pretty difficult move. It's a pretty advanced move, but I wanted to show it to you guys. Let's go again. So, leg goes around the outside of the ball. We'll hop onto the same foot and then push back to the middle again. Oh, that was an excellent one. Very, very good. And then the backhand slice karaoke step is very similar to your backhand slice when you step forward, but rather than the leg coming this way, it's actually going to go behind, and then you're going to go and transition to net. Go ahead, D, do it really, really slow to start out with. So he's going to step out there. Back leg goes behind as he goes forward, and then he keeps going to net. All right, let's do that one more time. Maybe a little bit slower this time. He steps there, keeps going there. Excellent, and then goes to net. So we'll have him go back. Same drill as before. It's going to be forehand approach, followed by backhand volley, then forehand volley. And then it's going to be a backhand approach, followed by a closing forehand and a closing backhand. You ready, D? Go ahead. So here's your close, and close, and the ritual on the way back. That was his open stance approach. Now he'll do the slice with the karaoke step. And let's do that one more time. Notice how he just pauses in this lunge position. This is the important part, right? Putting your back knee on the ground, this is the lowest we can get in tennis, right? So it's very, very important that not only do you put your back knee on the ground, but you just kind of stay there for a little bit and work on the balance as well. One more time, D. Okay, very good. And then the slice with the karaoke step. once again, another thing I liked about what he's doing is it looks like he's actually hitting a tennis ball. So it's very, very realistic. Okay guys, so we've got 3 exercises this week. The first one is the transition forehand and backhand with a double front step. Forehand double front step followed by a backhand volley and a forehand volley, and a backhand double front step followed by a forehand volley and a backhand volley. Do your between point rituals in between each set just to get into the habit of doing that. Then challenge yourself a little bit more and try and do the open stance approach shot, followed by the closing volleys, and finally the slice backhand with the karaoke step. Let's get some work done this week. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.